Hey guys, Scripted here with another video, and this one hits for me because Yoshi. Now, if you don't know who I am, there might be a couple of you who know who I am. When I was a kid, I was Yoshi in all the games. So like Mario Kart, Mario Golf, everything. I was all about Yoshi. Now, as a parent, when I play Mario Party with the kids, I'm Spike, that little guy. But I was always a huge Yoshi guy. I like that he was like the most complete. He wasn't super, like in Mario Kart, he's never super fast or super slow. Or he's just a good all-around guy. So that was my guy. So the Super Mario trailer came out today, and I already watched it. But what's really neat about it is, and I said this after I saw the first movie as well, is just how much they left on the table, right? Like, so a lot of times there's just too much thrown into, say, a movie, and then they plan on doing subsequent sequels and stuff, but they've just threw so much into the first one that there's just nothing left that's really all that exciting. Whereas I was really impressed with Nintendo in the sense that they really held back. Like the fact that Yoshi wasn't even in the first one at all. Like Rosalina, okay, I can kind of see that's kind of an easy decision because you've got Peach and you've got all the other characters. But they really held back. There was no Fire Mario. There was no, they did do the Rainbow Road. They did do the carts and stuff. But they really held back with a lot of the expansion characters and stuff like that happened throughout the Super Nintendo era and stuff, which I was thoroughly impressed with. Like, we didn't see Flying Mario with the cape or anything like that. Like, they really did hold back, and in a really smart way, in a really planned way. Because at the end of the day, I mean, there's no guarantee that the first one's going to be a success, and therefore you're now stuck, and maybe you wish you had added things like Yoshi and other things into that film. But they were really smart about saying, no, we trust that this is going to be successful. We trust we know what we're doing, and we're going to plan it out, and we're going to slowly add things as we go. And so we already know from the first trailer, like Bowser Jr.'s in this. I don't know what's with that weird electric mask thing they did. That was kind of corny, but otherwise, I mean, it looks good based on that trailer. And this one is totally different because this is almost like just like a scene, but it's well done, and it's got the stuff from Super Mario Odyssey and Galaxy is basically what it looks like. It's a combination of, because this scene's clearly from Super Mario Odyssey. And again, they held back things like the fire and stuff so that you have something to get really excited about, and Yoshi and stuff. Like, if there ever was like an IP where it's like, this is the right way to do it, it's this. They just did a good job and continue to do a good job. It looks fantastic. I just think they did a really good job. This is a lot of other companies can learn from this. And this is why a lot of people have a lot of faith in the Zelda movie. We got those screenshots and stuff, and they were really good, and we're happy with those for the most part, I think. But you build trust, and as somebody who covers Star Wars content, it's like, this is the way to do that. Like, you don't subvert expectations. Not even subvert. It was a perversion. It wasn't a subversion. It was a perversion. Subversion is the wrong word. You can subvert expectations and still leave the audience with something that they embrace. What they did in Star Wars in the sequels, particularly, especially, was just perversion. As if Luke would throw a lightsaber that was like the most important thing. It was like the most important artifact that, like, the memories. Like, anyways, we all know it's horrible. But this is how you do it, and because of the wellness that they've spread through the first one, and now these trailers look great. I see very few people with any complaints. They're building trust with their audience for their brand. And so then when you look at something like Zelda, you're like, you know what? If they're doing this correctly, they're probably going to do that pretty well as well, right? So you're not, in a state of, is this going to be quality or not? Whereas with Star Wars now, it's just, you just assume it's not. And one thing I really like about too that they did with the Mario stuff is like they embraced the idea that these guys are like just these regular Joe Blow dudes with mustaches, and like this shot looks cheesy, but it's supposed to. Like they're trying to act like they're like tough guys, but they're just these little guys. It's just really funny, and they did a really good job of that. I'm very impressed.
Oh, you're here.
Now, where's the troubled pipe?
Now they got the bats in there. This is just really well done. And like, I'm not like one of these people that's like super deep into the lore and like the Yoshi lore. Like, I don't know if this is how they found Yoshi in the original, you know, whatever. Maybe it was in like some Nintendo Power article or something. But either way, it's still really good. See, they saved the flowers. They saved the flowers. You didn't get fire. And I know that Donkey Kong and Peach did have the fire element in the first one, but it's nice to see. It's nice that they just withheld that from Mario and Luigi. Just have that thing that they can do saved for the second one. And then what's crazy is that they have so many options now, right? Because they have the ice one. They have, like I said, the cape. All the frog suit. Like, bro, there's so many options for them. And they saved them. They didn't throw them all into the first movie, so they have so many options. But this is really cool. I'm just, the animation's great. I don't know. I just think it's really good. I'm excited. It's one of those ones, like, I don't go to the theaters anymore. It's too expensive. But we got my kid passes or whatever, like movie ticket pass things where you get popcorn and your ticket. This is probably what he's going to use it on. Because this is coming up in a couple of months, so... Like, dude. Bro. Looks sick. And again, I'm just so glad they saved it. I'm so glad that they're controlling themselves and not just throwing everything at the screen in every movie. And you know what? I would guess that this one will also hold back things. There'll be lots left over for a third one. Or maybe a fourth one. Who knows, right? There'll be lots left over.
Come on, you're not the scared guy anymore. Yes, I am. People don't.
That was cool. Did you guys hear that little bit of that music? That little, you know, the underground music. Murny, murny, murny. So this is kind of that representation in movie form. You know, they got the same little armadillo-looking turtle guy. It's good. It's good. Well done. So they incorporated the Odyssey level, desert level, with the underground when you throw that music in. So again, just smartly doing things. Giving the audience a little bit of respect, right?
There's the problem.
Oh, and furthermore, I just also would add, and yes, I have to pause it so I don't get copywritten as well, but I would also add, this is coming from a guy who is no fan of Jack Black anymore. He's fell way off a cliff. For me, it's gotten very old, but he's good as Bowser. It's the way it is. You know, I don't have to like the guy to understand he's good at that role. It's just, they just did a good job. I don't know what to say. This is good. It's funny.
It's good.
No, it's great. I mean, this is a great little sort of origin story thingy for Yoshi. Sorry I'm spoiling it, but whatever. I have to pause it and everything all the time anyway. If you guys want to go watch the trailer, just go watch it.
Hey.
So now I'm like, okay, so like if he's there, like was he like eating those little Mexican guys or those little guys that are kind of Mexican looking dudes from the beginning of the trailer? Like is that why they're afraid of him? He's just eating up everything? That's probably what it is. He probably ate one, or like he ate something the guy was holding or something.
It's all right.
Why is it that this company can do everything right so far, and Lucasfilm is just such a disaster? It's so disappointing. Like, they made it special. They're finding Yoshi. It's funny. It's cute. You got the little guys that are all worried about this creature. They go in there with the fire. Like why? Why is this cool? And Lucasfilm's such a disaster. It's kind of depressing. In a way, right? Like, I'm watching a Mario trailer and I'm like oohing and ahhing. And I haven't done that with Star Wars in forever. I don't even remember. Bro, yes. See, another thing they saved was the fire thingies. I don't even know what to call them. The fireball things that spin and kill you. They saved that too. Like, and that's going all the way back to the original. That's great. Well, not the original, but the first Super Mario Brothers on Nintendo. They never incorporated that in the first movie. Just wise decision making, right? Leave things for future reference. Oh, bro, frog suit, and mega. Is that a mega cheap chomp or a Hollywood actor? Hollywood actress. Bro, frog suit. Like, it's just so well done. I don't know what to say. Oh my word. That's a Super Mario Brothers 2 reference for sure. What is her name again, that thing? Dude, Birdo. So, like, they threw Birdo in this. So then you kind of wonder, like, are they gonna, is the villain gonna be the big frog guy? Because Bowser's just this little teeny guy. There's just so many cool options, right? Like in Mario Brothers 2, you had the rat and the crab, right? And the snake guy. And she's just pelting Peach with eggs. Dude, that is great. Bro, Lakitu just got stomped by Yoshi. It's just, I might cry. I might shed a tear.
Who is this? Yoshi.
Look at Mario's face. Yup. That's my guy. That's my Yoshi buddy. Luigi. Dude, it's just, I love it. I gotta say. Like, Lucasfilm learned something from this. Like, bro, it's just stick with the plan, man. Look at Mario's face.
Come on.
So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group. Cool.
Dude, baby Luigi and baby Mario. Wait a minute. What does that mean? Where did they come from? That's something I've actually never known. Does anyone know that? Let me know in the comment section. Like, who birthed these babies? Like, did Peach... Wait. So Pete... Okay. I never really thought about this. Like, I guess I kind of assumed Peach... Like, that's their kid. Peach and Mario's kid. So who's Luigi's kid? Who birthed these babies? Like, seriously, I'm asking. Like, who birthed these babies? Does anyone know? What's the lore? I don't know. But, like, I guess there's is Rosalina Luigi's girlfriend then? Like, what the... The Mario Odyssey, that's funny. No, like, dude, like, there's a way to do things right, and that's one thing, like, you know, you can nitpick the Mario stuff, but it's pretty solid, I gotta say. Through the Odyssey, T-Rex in there. The funny thing, though, is in the Mario Odyssey T-Rex, he's very realistic. This one, he's stylized for the show, obviously, but it's just a good job. I mean, they're doing a really good job of, like, incorporating the different games. This one's Mario Galaxy with Odyssey kind of mixing in. Obviously, they've added some stuff. Yoshi, the babies, few things like that, Rosalina. But there's so much more. That's the beauty of it, is that even looking at this trailer, I assume, based on the first one and the way they held back with stuff, and then the stuff that they've obviously put into this one, I feel like there's going to be more stuff that they still are leaving for another film, right? Because essentially, I mean, I'm assuming they want to make at least 3 of these. So it's pretty good. Like, honestly, I don't look at this movie as like, what's the plot exactly? And when you're watching this trailer and the Mario stuff, it's not like you're that concerned in terms of like what the story's going to be, because we know it's going to be kind of a silly, funny thing. But I do wonder if the villain in this is not going to be Bowser, that it's going to be maybe that big Frog King guy or whatever from Mario 2. Because Bowser's, so far as we know, so far from the first trailer, right? This is the second one. He's like the tiny little Bowser. He's still shrunken. And he's living in Peach's castle, in his little mini castle. So you do wonder if that's where they're going with this, which in this case works. In Minecraft, it was kind of silly that the main villain was just made up, right? So like, even if Bowser's not the main villain of this and they go with like the frog guy or somebody else, there's precedent there for that, because that's who the villain is in Mario 2. So they can do that. It felt weird in Minecraft because it was like, who's this guy? Like, who's this random piglin sorcerer person? This isn't even part of the game. So there's that aspect of it where they're doing a good job of keeping it in line with stuff. Sorry, my dog's being an idiot, but this is the way to do it. I'm excited to take my kids to this, actually. And we don't go to like I said, we don't go to the theaters. It's too expensive. But this particular one, I think, is going to be the one we go to with my kids' passes we gave them for Christmas. And it's like, it's just, they're not doing too much, right? They, like I said, they held back some stuff, so they're not overdoing it, but they are overdoing it in a way. It's like right in that sweet spot. I that's what I think, is they've hit that sweet spot, which again, it builds trust in your audience. And so, like I said earlier, we are anticipating that based on what we're seeing from the Mario movies and these trailers for the second one, and the stuff they have released, the images they've released from the Link movie they're making, or the Zelda movie they're making, I should say, you can look at it and say, hey, they're probably going to do a good job. There's no guarantees. They might screw it up. A lot of people are critical that it's a live action and not animated, but I just feel like these guys, what's his name, Miyamoto or whatever, like these guys are doing things the right way, and they're not trying to push any messaging or any personal feelings or political agendas or anything else. They're just doing a Mario thing, and that's great. That's what we want. And we want that from Zelda 2. I don't want to see any messaging. I just want the game in live action. That's what I want. Somebody did a really cool AI Zelda that was very well done. Ganon even looks really good in it too, actually. They did a really good job of everything. The vocals, I was quite impressed, actually, with it. Obviously, it's flawed. It's AI, and there's a few things that you could nitpick, but I was impressed with that. So, again, if they just stick to what it is and not trying to make it into something it isn't, then it works. Just finally, I'll say, that's one of the big issues with Star Wars is, you had a game plan, you had it there for you, it was laid out with, for example, the sequels of Star Wars, and then you just kind of bucked all that to make Rey super powerful. You used certain movies solo, different things to sort of push a certain agenda. Just make it what it is, right? Like, it's a galaxy far, far away. Mario, it's a fictional, crazy universe over here. Don't incorporate crap that's going on in the world today into your movie. We don't want to see. We deal with that every day, right? We deal with that on a daily basis. We want an escape, and when I watch a trailer like this, I'm like, this is an escape. That's what it is. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's building trust in me as the consumer. And I really wish that companies like Lucasfilm would take a page out of this mentality where it's like, believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care. Like people have said, Dave Filoni's wife and stuff has posted stupid stuff on his Instagram and things that create judgment calls, and you're kind of wondering. But all of that doesn't really matter if what you put out as a product is true to form to the universe that you're doing. That is in a galaxy far, far away, or in this case, a universe far, far away. And it's so much better to do that than to try and foist, your worldview and all these other things into stuff. It's just so stupid. And that's what's so refreshing about the Mario stuff. That's why this movie's probably going to make a ton of money. Like the first one did. It's not going to be the Star Wars sequels where by the time you got to Rise of Skywalker, it made half as much money as The Force Awakens because people were ticked and they'd had enough and it made like basically no money. It's like, take us out of the world we live in for a couple hours, right? That's what we want. When you say that, and when you watch this trailer, do you not get that impression? Because I do. This is an escape. It's funny. Even as a grown man, I'm excited to see this. It's supposed to be for little kids, and I'm excited that my kids are at an age where it's like perfect for them. My two boys, I got a 9 and a 12-year-old. Even my daughter, she's 16. She liked the first one, and she'll come with us to this one too. She sees it as fun, and it's like, and so I'm happy that my kids are at the age they're at, but I'm also happy that this movie and Nintendo isn't trying to push anything. They're just making a fun, cool, in-universe thing, and that's really lost. And how stupid is that's lost? Like, that should be like your basic, like that should be your starting point, is we're gonna make something that is catering to the universe it's in, not some other thing, right? Like not something that's in our world and political and stupid. It's a no-brainer. It's ridiculous that I would be this excited, but we're at that point now with these movies where it's like, that's where we're at because of the fact that we can't escape anything anymore. It's like we have to be bombarded with the messaging. It's just nice to have this. It's very refreshing is the word I guess I would say. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. If you like this content, please like, subscribe. It helps the channel. Feel free to check anything else on my channel. Have yourselves a really good day.